Alright, so not exactly the video I was expecting to do today. I was initially going to be cutting on fence rows today, but it ended up snowing all day and I could just not get revved up about driving the 1600 7 miles to get to the field. So I ended up going and helping a buddy cut some firewood. But anyway, as promised, I'm going to get a quick update done on the IH freezer. Because after that last video, or after the video I did of it, a lot of people got a kick out of it because it was an international harvester, and that kind of kicked me in the ass a little bit to go ahead and tinker with it. So I can't remember what day it was, Tuesday or Wednesday night. Before I left for work, I was messing with it, and just for shits and giggles to make sure that I wasn't missing something the first time I plugged it back in, and that didn't do anything. And I was just sitting here kind of fiddling around with the plug, looking at it, and I noticed that if I pushed on the plug one way, I could pull the wire out more than if I pushed. I don't know what the hell. I was just literally just playing with my thumb like this, and I don't know what made me notice that if I pushed on one side, I could pull the cord out, and if I pushed on the other side, I couldn't. So that got me to thinking, and there's just on this old plug, there's just it's just a little cardboard cover, and the plug has these prongs are molded into the plug, and they have screw terminals in them, and the cord just goes in, and they stripped it back, and the wire wraps around the screw, and you clamp it down like doing an outlet. And one of those wires had broke off, and so there was only one wire hooked up to the plug. So I was like, well, that got me excited, because I'm like, holy shit, this is gonna be easy. Fix that wire and we're good to go. So I pulled the plug all apart, cut about 2 inches off of the cord to get back to some decent wire, got it all put back together, plugged it in, still nothing. So shit. So I crawled down here and start looking around, and that plug goes into this molded piece right here, and then that's got a lead that goes into this guy, which I'm assuming is some sort of thermostat / starter relay to tell it when to run. And then the wires come out of that back into the plug, and then the plug comes back to here to the motor. Well, I couldn't see anything physically wrong with anything in here, so I pulled this cover off of the back of the compressor motor and found this. That little brass tab was supposed to be inside of this thingamajigger here, and it's all melted and not plugged into anything anymore. So I don't know what that plug does, but I'm assuming that's what sends power to the compressor motor. And I'm assuming that since that got hot and melted, whatever it is bad. So I don't know if that plug is a replaceable part. I don't know if that's a sign that the compressor is something. Normally, melted copper pieces in an electrical system are signs that something is pretty well schmucked. So I don't really know where to go from there, because we're getting way out of my wheelhouse, and I wouldn't even know where to look for parts. But whatever that plastic piece, it says Clixon. Do not know what it is, other than the fact that I can see it. It's that piece right there in what's left of the wiring diagram, but the name for it is right here, and that part is missing. So one of you guys did there's a guy named Dave. I'd try to pronounce his channel name, but I can't pronounce it, on YouTube here, that messes with these old refrigerator units of all shapes and sizes and kinds and brands. Then one of you guys pointed him in my direction, and he commented on my last video. And I told him I was going to make an update video of it to kind of explain what I found, and he said he would check back when I put the video up. So hopefully he comments down below And if you guys want to see what his opinion of it is, check back, and when he comments, I'm going to pin it at the top of the comment section. So if you want to see what's going on, check back and see if he commented, because it'll be pinned where it's easy to find. So I'd really like to get this going. I sure hope that's not a sign that it's junk. Because the condenser and everything in this thing looks perfect. There's just a little bit of crust back there on the electrical panels, whatever you want to call it, back there on the back of the compressor motor, and that burnt contact. So, like I say, this is out of my wheelhouse. That's all the more I can tell you as of right now. That's all the further I made it. But I just wanted to make a short, sweet update video so that you guys and Dave can see what I found on this thing, and hopefully we can get it figured out, because I'd really like to make this thing work, because I think it'd be badass. So, anyway, that's the update on the International Harvester Model 70. And I guess one more thing before I leave you for the video. After I got done tinkering with this that night, I got on eBay, you know, my best friend, and managed to find an original 1951 print manual, operator's manual that covers the Model 70, which was the baby, the Model 111, and the Model 158 IH freezer. So apparently they use most of the same guts, and they're just different sizes. But I got an operator's manual coming for it, and I bought that in the hopes that maybe it's got a wiring diagram in it. So we shall see. But anyway, that's it for this one. We'll catch y'all on the next one.